Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders are advised that this video may contain images and voices of people who have died.
On Wiradjuri country, Indigenous students inspired by culture and identity are graduating Year 12 in record numbers.
The river of my country runs deep in my blood.
They're guided by a leader who's overcome a history of exclusion in the classroom.
My mum is alive still today. She said she always tells a story of the darker you were, the further down the back you were. So it didn't go on your intelligence, it went on the colour of your skin.
Today, celebrating culture and making Indigenous students welcome is the key to the school's success.
We still have kids that are coming through that are the first to graduate. That's uplifting. That's what you want to hear.
As a cultural captain, I'm passionate about sharing our culture.
Selwyn Kelly has overcome obstacles most teenagers couldn't imagine. For 5 years, he's lived in an Aboriginal hostel almost 400 kilometres from his home. One of 10 kids, Selwyn hopes to be just the second in his family to graduate and start studying to be a teacher.
It makes me feel proud of who I am and where I come from and my role as a leader in the school.
Female cultural captain Kalara Newman also hopes to break new ground.
I want to go into the police force to help Aboriginals within the community, within law. Obviously a lot of people haven't been treated right. I want to change that.
There's a dire need to replicate this success nationally. NAPLAN figures show Indigenous students failing at 4 times the rate of their non-Indigenous peers, and it can be even worse in remote areas where the education gap remains a chasm. Despite billions being spent on Indigenous education, too many students are missing out.
What it means is that these kids are going to have troubles going beyond Year 10. It limits the kind of futures that they can imagine for themselves.
Experts say there's a history of exclusion to overcome, and Indigenous leaders need to be included in solutions.
The philosophy behind this mission is that the state expects us to civilise these people.
Up until the 1970s, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students were actually excluded or could be excluded from the classroom.
Can you get some extra string there?
Back in Dubbo, success is personal for Jenadelle Lane. Her own daughter, Ritori, graduated last year and is following in her footsteps.
I've wanted to be a teacher since I was pretty much a baby, but I've watched my mother help guide people and impact young children, especially Indigenous kids.
Jenadelle Lane knows it'd thrill her forebears who were denied an education.
Very proud. Yeah.